get it.
Drums and sang it over. You know what I'm saying? Because it was never on a project.
Okay. That's fine, bro.
Don't worry, appreciate it, man.
That's fire, bro. You should be proud of it, man.
Don't worry. I appreciate that, man. Especially from you, because I know you know what it takes, dog. Like,
man.
to pull all this stuff out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, people? We back. Your boy Philo, man, the outlet. Special guest today. My boy Brian B. Flat Cook is in the building all the way from Birmingham, Alabama, originally.
Yeah.
But in the A making moves, man, and it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually could have been did this, but it's a reason.
Yeah.
The timing makes sense.
For sure.
With the project dropping. So, how you feeling about it, bro? Or is it still too early?
No, it ain't. It ain't, because I guess I got to speak on, like, from the perspective of, like, the process, dog. Like, you know, cool is great that it's out, but it's kind of like on some, like, you know, now what type stuff. To that, but man, super. I can't deny, like, the feeling of accomplishment from it, because I mean, dog, like, you know,
the time you put into it.
No, and it's interesting you say time management, because it was so tough to still devote time to myself while I service so many other people with what I do.
That was one of my first thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, bro, been working.
Yeah.
Like, and I can say that even without knowing how long you've been, like, cooking this up. Like, because I know how much stuff you do for other people.
Yeah.
Like, and on a consistent basis. Like, and I would have in my mind, like, I'm gonna just call bro and pull up. And it's like, nah, I ain't working right now, but like, you work through the night. So it's like, nah, I gotta go to work, bro. I can't. I'm not pulling up and doing it all night with this man.
I'm up to 5 o'clock yesterday finishing the mix. So yeah, it's stuff like that. So that I can't deny.
So
like,
time
that's
management.
The word that comes to mind is I am accomplished, because I knew how tough the time management was.
Sheesh.
Yeah, very much so.
So does, I mean, I guess because most of the stuff you're working on isn't so much of you using your vocals. So was there any kind of fatigue that went into, or that was present during the process?
For me personally, the thing that I overthought the most, dog, was mixing, because that's something else I do. I'm a mix engineer. So it was a couple of songs, man. I probably mixed Believe, the first song on the joint, like probably 8 to 10 times. Dog.
Okay.
Like, but it was probably fine the second time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the artistry part of it or whatever. It's just trying to make sure it's perfect.
Now, did you master too?
I did.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good question. This is the first full featured length project that I mastered. Like, I again,
Like front to back.
Yeah, for sure. So I got, you know, really knowledgeable on it the past maybe year or so.
Okay.
And it had always been something that I kind of shied away from. And I'll tell you maybe 1 or 2 reasons why. Number one, I respect it too much.
Okay.
And I looked at, like, you know, like, okay, cool, you know, the Glenn Shicks of the game, and I mean, several others I can name, man, that have been doing it for 20 years.
Right.
Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave that up to them.
Right.
Obviously, 20 years in, you're the best.
Room treated, all that.
Yeah,
like, they got the best of the best.
And I haven't invested in that side of it. So I was just like, if you do that, best, cool. Then number 2 is, I do so much that I didn't want to do everything.
Okay.
I might say, okay, cool, this sounds perfect mix-wise.
Right.
Let me put it in somebody else's hands to get a second ear, just in case I miss something. You know, I'm not infallible. I could have missed something. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely took on that challenge this time, and I just wanted to try it. You know, I feel pretty confident about it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, damn good job.
No word, bro.
And I think this might sound cringy. Said, can you close the door? Can you lock the door? This might sound cringy, but I don't care.
Let's go.
Like, when you dropped it, along with the other stuff that you've done, I always feel like I'm included in the win.
I bet no.
Like for some reason, understanding like where we come from.
Oh yeah.
Like, people don't respect.
Yeah.
Like, people in general don't respect people from Alabama.
Yeah.
Because it's always like this small mindset, this, you know, we behind the times, of course. And like, there's probably only gospel talent that comes from there.
Okay.
And I think that's the box we get put in. and where they paint us at. Y'all can do stage plays, y'all can do you know, quartets, and y'all can play football. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like just demanding the respect just solely based off your talent, like you navigating that so well, bro. And like I said, every time I see something, I'm like, yep.
But even to go back to that, I've always for years asked like why? Like why is what you just named as a condition?
Like why do people look at us like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Has anything been put out there to have people thinking otherwise?
No, I would say nah. Okay.
Or for other people to critique?
No, yeah, for people to critique, it has been stuff that's been put out there, but cool, I can do the most cool thing in the world. But what you just said earlier was people just don't take it seriously. I think that's the threshold that, you know, that people have to cross. Is like I don't know what it is unless you dip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now if we was in LA having this conversation, it'll probably be different.
Okay,
you might not see it. So I just wonder like what the cloud has always been, man. I think a lot of people been trying to figure, you know, the answer to that for a while, man.
How soon into conversations do you tell people where you from?
Oh, immediately. I don't never say yeah. I mean, imagine the backlash on that. It's oh yeah, I'm from New York. Like you know, it's hundreds of people. You know, at least they could be like, oh man, he up there. All the comments would be up there.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't do that.
Well, very loud and proud.
Word,
yeah, no. So I'm glad you didn't feel like that. I really didn't care, but I was just like, bro, like when I look at the catalog and I think about, you know, Tamika Scott, RL, like Lil Duval, Akeem Ali now, G Child, that's
come on,
another Alabama native. You know what I'm saying?
I said her name was a girl named Jasmine here. She did well on the backgrounds on one of them songs.
Yeah,
and I love that idea. That was one of the like for the project itself. I think I had certain highlights that other people might not notice.
Okay.
Actually verbally say this. And it was putting certain like nuances into the project that were from the quintessential era of what we call R&B. Of course, when people talk about R&B, what they talk about is like 90s R&B, maybe early 2000s.
Yeah.
But at that time, it was just so much because there was so many people in the room. You know what I'm saying? They was doing a lot of live stuff. So to get the vocals on that song, it was What Are We Waiting For?
Okay.
And to do the call and response. And like you said, you just mentioned RL, like the peep, like how often we worked on stuff and I have to peep like, records like Wifey, like, will you be my wife?
Right.
Yes, I'll be. You know, it's
right. Okay.
So I was like, that's got to be there somewhere, even if it's just on one
just
part
that element,
the whole project or whatever.
I got you.
On Rescue You, one of the last minute calls that I put in there was to do a key modulation at the end. So it's just like you do one hook and you repeat the hook, but then you go up again.
Bro.
It was I had never tried it before. It was one of the most difficult things I've did in my life. You know.
But the fact that you took that, like the fact that you even that intentional about wanting to keep that element of it in there, like it's people that know music are gonna hear it and appreciate it. Yeah. I think that's who it's for.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's okay to take care of those people.
Yeah.
You know, instead of thinking we always gotta keep up with the trends or try something different just to appease or satisfy the general population. I'm just like,
that's real.
It really ain't no rules in this thing, man. Like you just go for what you're feeling.
Yeah. I say that. It ain't no rules.
What's your writing process?
Man, that's probably one of the most.
Are you hitting record and just going? Piece by piece.
I've literally only done that for 2 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
I would expect that.
The first time was a song I did called "Give Back to Me." Dog, Presley P produced it, and I guess it's based on the inspiration. Not to say that one track inspires me more or less than the other, but just that part I can't explain.
Yeah.
The track, once I heard that song, the whole song just came to me.
Okay.
So I already heard the whole hook.
Oh, just one of them.
Entirety.
Yeah.
And when I sat down to record the hook, I intended to get my phone out to write the verses out. I'm really methodical as it relates to that. Every detail.
Yeah.
But I didn't need to do it that day. It was just, oh man, I hear this line. Cool. By the time I recorded, I like it. The next one came.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's fun, bro.
Yeah.
That's fun, bro.
I'm not in control when that happens,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And the reason I do it that way is I suck at writing something down, practicing it, going down a couple lines,
Yeah.
practicing a new line, I'll forget how I did
Yeah.
bar one.
Bro.
I hate that, bro. I hate it. And I've probably lost some of my best songs, like literally like trying to write instead of just. So I was like, I'm done. I can't do it.
I feel it though.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to not capitalize and get off this note this way with this emotion like right now. So
Dang. Well, but see, I just said I'm real methodical in it. I'll go as far as to put timing signature things in my voice.
Oh, as you okay.
Yeah. So I said, okay, this comes in on the third beat of this measure, like this word does.
Okay.
That'll help me remember where I came in at least. If it's something super crazy melody wise, and you're like, oh dang, I forget, voice memo.
All right.
Use voice memo.
Okay.
That's a part of the writing process too. So yeah, 100%. But that probably make my process writing stuff down take a while.
A little longer.
Yeah.
So if I ask you for a feature, it's gonna take a while.
No, I ain't gonna do that. Nah, it's a feature. We get it done.
What do you think that came from though?
What's that?
Like being that strategic or detailed. Does that come from mistakes or not being punctual or on point with certain stuff?
Not necessarily. That one I had to necessarily learn through. I think I'm just detail oriented in general.
Like period.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, was that a high school?
Before, I remember I never forget this, dog. My kindergarten teacher. This is kind of far back to go, but Miss Ruffin, dog. She had something that I drew, like on paper with some colored pencils and junk, put in the newspaper in Birmingham. And I didn't know what that mean. I thought I was in trouble when she came over my shoulder and grabbed it and took it and looked at it, and she just walked out and went to the office. And I don't remember much about the rest of that day, but I remember she brought the news article to me laminated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was obviously days later or weeks later, I don't know, whatever. But to see that, I was like, dang, it's really something. I knew where my headspace was when we were asked to draw something.
Right.
But I was like, no, I want to design a shoe. And I legitimately did. Like, it's nothing that's being manufactured right now.
Right.
But, it was something about it that taught me at that early stage that, the detail that I put into this was right. That subconscious reward for something that I was doing that I put a lot of thought and detail into got me somewhere.
Okay.
On that day or during that year, age 6 or 7, whatever it was. So yeah, from then on, I really started off drawing like 1,000.
Like for real?
Yeah, like legitimately.
Oh, so this picture didn't suck.
No, yeah, it's got in the newspaper.
Okay,
it was terrible.
Hey man, I thought they were just showing love to a kid drawing, bro.
Like, help this kid. Nah, it wasn't like no. No, man. It was like she looked at it and she was just silent. She was like, I don't know how he was able to do this at
Right.
6
Okay.
or whatever. So,
My bad. That's not where my mind went, bro. I'm sorry. I really was over here like, yeah, that shit probably sucked.
Man, I bet my mom still got that. I'm gonna find it and post it today or something.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so it was really like the detail of drawing and coloring, painting, taking art in high school, like stuff like that. I took it so seriously, like I really did.
Wow.
Like it. Somewhere in high school, that turned into music, so it was still art to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just had the focus of creating something that didn't before exist got shifted to music from using a pencil and doing something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's segue this way. So I've had conversation. I think me and him have even had this conversation. But when you think about doing something that detailed, giving your best on it, and knowing, like, from that experience, moving forward, anytime you do that, there's a reward that comes with it. I've seen that mindset, like, almost get me in a lot of trouble when it came to how I navigated, like, life after high school.
Okay.
In the sense of, like, here I am working hard to do something, and my motive, is twofold. Like, I really enjoy this, but I want to see a reward come from this. And I don't think God deals with us all the time the way that we were taught.
Yeah.
Like, you work hard at this, you get a reward, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when I think about, how you've gotten here, like, I've only met you on this side of things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if there's more successes or if there's more failures. Like, I don't know like what your story or what your journey has been. I mean, you just talked about the basketball thing, so if that was even a dream of yours that just kind of
dreams, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have you seen any of like how you looked at that picture? Have you seen any of that go south when it came to, man, I put a lot of work into that and I didn't get.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Even also before we got started, I was talking about time. Man, yeah. One of the worst things that could happen is you invest several months, maybe even several years into something, and it never come out. From the production standpoint, because that's really like a big part of me as well as a music producer. That is kind of tough. I don't even know what like comes of it or what to tell you like how you navigate through it. I can just openly admit that it can break you down.
Okay.
It can break you on down if you've been because you can legitimately as a producer you can work on something for a solid year to a year and a half with somebody. You have all these projections or expectations, promises maybe even. Man, artists. Bigger entities, over artists and stuff, they can decide, I'm not gonna do this.
Right.
Not gonna do this anymore. And probably the second thing, probably should have said this first. This is probably the most vulnerable answer to that, is getting my first placement. And it was a really notable, renowned placement, and my life didn't change afterwards.
It didn't?
No. And people expect that.
Yeah.
Especially then, because it was a while ago.
Did you?
Wow. What happened?
Did you expect it?
I not off experience, maybe off of like stories that you hear.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. But the business didn't go well, and I didn't know much about that at the time. And I think the artists knew it, you know what I'm saying, just to be honest. And they took advantage of that. I don't know if they've seen their judgment from that at this point, but now at this point I can't.
Did that matter to you then though?
Yeah, it did because of it. I'm gonna tell you why though. It ain't because of like materialistic things or anything like that. But it's because of reputation, I guess. You know what I'm saying? For people to have that sort of expectancy, and I can see like, oh dang, he's driving a Civic. You know, like that sort of thing. But oh man, he's got this big record. It's on the radio right now somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But so that was tough. But it was a big lesson teacher, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even after those lessons were being learned and they had been taught, a lot of stuff was changing.
Yeah.
The industry and stuff too. It wasn't just ones and zeros.
Oh yeah.
So, but that was tough. Like I could see how that could have moved the trajectory somewhere.
Yeah.
I could have just been like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right. And just shatter what Miss Ruffin kind of presented to you. Because I mean, when I think of that seed being sown, I'm wondering like, is there a better way to present that to a kid at that age? Like, or do you just want them to work hard at everything they do with the expectancy of you're gonna get a reward for this?
Oh, bet. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough, ain't it?
Yeah. Because I mean, what you just said is very real. But then something I also have a lot of trouble with is celebrating accomplishments, and stuff, whatever they are. So I don't know which part or which side of that pendulum swing that hit me a lot. And I literally just started that because I heard somebody say that one time. I was just listening to somebody speak, and it was like, we have to do a better job at celebrating ourselves in some kind of way. You can't specify. It might just be going out to a dinner or something.
Right.
When you do something that you knew was tough and you've accomplished a certain feat. So, I mean, usually I'll do something and it might be actually monumental, like on a scale objectively. And I'll be like, okay, that was cool, but what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, because this
so you're trying to get out of that too, at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell you,
I'm in that season now.
For sure.
It's interesting.
And I predict, I don't know for sure, I guess I'll be able to tell you in a few months. I predict that's to tell your subconscious that you did something that's in the right direction, so that you'll keep going either in that direction or go to a higher, better one, instead of just treating it like, okay, this is just it's a Tuesday,
So the lesson I had to kind of, well, not lesson, but the thing I kind of had to think about is like, because I'm faith-based.
Okay, come on.
The struggle being, I gotta stay humble. It's like, but do that mean don't feel like I deserve good things to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, That's I kind of had to go back and forth with that, and it's like, no, like I worked really hard at this.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to celebrate this. Like when people say, man, you did good on that. Like I was expecting you to do that when I said about the project. Oh man, I try.
Oh, yeah.
Like like that was me though. But like I'm
Yeah.
trying to get out of that mindset. Like, thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Probably 5, 6, 7 years. That was me.
Yeah.
That was not a goal. Like I probably cut this off a year ago.
Yeah.
To be honest, so I understand it. But I guess
Going out? You going out? You good?
Man, I'm chilling, man.
This ain't one of them interviews.
Yeah. All right, bro. Shoot, man. I think a big key to it is literally defining what humble means. You know what I'm saying? I don't have Webster's dictionary here, but we have our conception of it based on like, you know, our empirical data of just living and what people tell us humble should be or whatever.
And that one instance ain't gonna change you being a humble person.
Thanks. Or I know I worked hard on this. I know this, you know, is good compared to, you know, whatever. Like, it's not a crime.
Here's what's stupid about it. You working the hardest to be the most humble. Like, how is that being humble?
Yeah.
I want to be the most humble person.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, was Solomon humble? If you want to talk about faith-based
I mean,
probably had trillions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He could say, "Oh man, you know."
nah.
Yeah.
He wasn't that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that might be a very extreme example, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
No, I get it.
Or humble. Not was he humble, but was he humble according to what we were taught that might be, as it relates to not accepting that we've done something.
Right.
Right. Because that's really what it comes down to. Like, what's wrong with saying, "Oh yeah, I appreciate it, bro"?
Yeah, like you're just saying thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Nah, I can't tell you for how long that was me, dog. Like, you give me a compliment, I was just, you know.
Were you wait? And Cordell gonna see this too.
Yeah.
But were you like, nah, man, glory to God, man, God did it.
No, I mean, I would say that. I don't think that's, well, dang.
That's like, bro, I don't even want to talk to you no more.
Yeah.
Like,
that's tough because I could also say thank you and then glory to God. You know what I'm saying? Instead, but nah, man, glory to God. It's just, you know, I didn't have anything, nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all.
I didn't sacrifice anything. You know, just
my hands, like the way the Holy Spirit was just moving through my hands. You know?
Yeah.
Get out of here, bro.
So it's like I get it. I get that. Too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand it because I mean, also in an eternity-based world, like what's horrifying about that? But it's also like to sit in that healthy medium of saying like, yeah, I recognize that, you know, maybe if you're a faith-based person and you say, okay, I would.
That's accountability. Almost having accountability.
But then it's also just paying homage to something that you believe in as well, but also not forgetting or dismissing the fact that
you put in work. Yeah,
we have free will. I could have not done it. I could have not answered the call. I could have not sacrificed, you know, what I sacrificed in order for you to tell me that I did well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's probably just a healthy medium to look at as it relates to humility.
I'm just glad I got out of that. That's why I brought it up because I thought about the rewarding thing, and then you had just said something I thought about, like, because I think I was expecting that when I said, bro, you did good the album, bro. But it's just like,
oh dang, yeah.
I think I was expecting you to be like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
It
wasn't me, man.
Doing what I can, man.
You going in on this album, bro. Like,
yeah.
And them last three, bro, I don't know what it is. Maybe it is that R&B, that Never Not Love You. Mm-hmm. That one gives me that like real R&B feeling,
right, cool.
bro.
So, all right, cool. Good conversation right here. RL helped me with that.
Okay.
From next. So, what it was on that particular record though, he trusted me enough to just send me a hook. Hey, just working on this. I think you'll sound good doing this.
Okay.
You figure out the verses.
Right.
So that had a unique structure or texture to it because you saying it felt like R&B. To me, it may be that song, and then also off of R&B Lover. Dang man, I don't know which one between these two, but Nobody Else. That one probably sounds the most R&B to me. That's number 3 on there. And then the What Are We Waiting For record. Nobody Else, RL wrote.
Okay.
What Are We Waiting For, RL wrote the hook on that and told me to figure out the verses. So it's just like to have that, I don't know, that want to say expertise, experience. You know, the
that makes sense.
Like they helped out with that a lot, I think.
Okay.
To have that perception of, oh, dang, this really sounds like R&B.
Okay.
This is probably why. You know.
Well, more so for me, because I would have loved to. I should have played it and watched you like pick up the harmonies that are in. Like I was listening to the harmonies and I'm like, I could see, bruh. You know.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, no, on which record? You talking about Never Not Love?
Yeah.
Okay,
like it was some of those harmonies that put me in that 90s kind of.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask you who would you say like your influences were?
In R&B.
Yeah, but not. Some people go all the way back, late 80s and super early 90s.
I can't go that far either.
I
mean, I can, but I already have my answer, and it's not that far back, I guess.
Who you got?
Man, it's always been Music Soul Child.
Music.
Like
I love it.
I can't necessarily even tell you why.
I put him in my top 5, and somebody was like, he ain't got enough.
Oh, man.
Are you kidding me? So y'all don't even know his alter ego?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
yeah. Now that didn't, I guess connect with me as much as the R&B stuff he was doing, like consistently. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's a part of his journey. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
So I had Usher.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly.
Yeah,
like,
just call a spade a spade.
Yeah, hands down, top 2. Yeah. I mean, Chris Brown got to be in there.
Yeah.
But he kind of losing me a little bit. Like, I think he needs some more writers.
Man, he's not devoid of that. I'll tell you that. I think that maybe if you say that, what's going on there is there's so much infusing of different genres with him.
Yeah.
It's almost like the it's the effect of
I got you.
Justin at times.
As soon as you said that,
call him R&B or pop.
I get it.
Or just it's just he's so capable of doing so much. So maybe that's the thing too.
Yep. And he want to be a part of all of it. I mean, it's obvious he loves music.
Yeah. You gotta throw rap in there because so all of that hip hop. Yeah, so literally he's probably touched every genre except for bluegrass on some his release. So that's probably what it is, man. And that's what I think happened with R&B at one point in time. Not to that vast of a degree, but there was this major
we did kind of lose out on the musicality.
Well, yeah, and I think that was because of the infusion of like hip hop with it, which wasn't a bad thing, especially when you consider what Diddy was doing and he was pulling in like rappers to come in on all his R&B acts,
true.
On records. That was monumental.
Right.
Biggie on the 112 was it Only You remix? Yeah, the stuff like that. Yeah. Was it that one? I don't know. You get what I'm saying.
I don't know.
But yeah, like so at that point I think it was more healthy because the song was still an R&B song. But then afterwards we seeing rappers use auto-tune and stuff, and they're not
singing now.
They're not lacking notes that are perfect on there because of this new technological advancement.
Right.
And now their records #1, top 10 and stuff.
So, on R&B side.
So I just always theorized that the R&B side of things, of community of the industry or whatever, like looked at that and was like, man, we got to compete. So that might mean we got to adjust.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? So it kind of changed the sound.
I like how Tank put it. And I don't know if you saw this interview.
I don't know if I did.
But he said, why would the industry be promoting love and fathers being present and like why would the industry want real R&B? Like niggas apologizing to their woman because they want to get back with them. Yeah. Like why would the industry be okay with a family like coming back together, the power in a black couple coming back together? Like they don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And it made so much sense when he said that, and I'm like, man.
Well, who was the they that he refers to? I don't think I saw that interview. He was saying like the industry.
The industry, okay. Like the ones who are paying the dollars and putting what they want like out front, billboards and. Yeah, like.
But then I wonder too, like, okay, cool. We say that they is the industry, but do they have that intent to change that because the they is also the consumer? Does the consumer not want to see that at a certain point in time?
I think it still goes back to what they've given us, what they've fed us.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't enough of us who grew up on legit like R&B to, kind of like, well, the trap, rap, drill, like all this, it's already oversaturated.
Okay.
Like, it's way too much of that for us to even try and compete. Honestly, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, and I mean, these cats, they even the R&B dudes, and he's trying to get their money, bro. Like, I love Dolla Sign. Like, I wanna work with him. I wanna meet him. Like, that man is a monster to me.
Man, that was one of the most proud moments ever, dog. Let me see. I think there was a song that Ariel and I worked on a long time ago too, and then he got a call from Lil Duval's people to do a record. And he was just like, I need a mid tempo, I kind of knew what that was at that time.
Yeah.
I had just come to know it, and I was just, I knew we had no more than 5 of these. You know what I'm saying, at that time. I was like, ooh, I hope he don't say this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when he got through rapping with him, he's like, yeah, I want to send him this one. I'm just like, you sure about that? We can make another one. And that was a good lesson for me to learn too. When it comes down to, because it was intended for either him or Next at the time,
Okay.
So Duval did it. He sounded incredible on there. We did a mix on it, but it had an open verse. So I'm just like, okay, when are we gonna finish the verse or whatever? He wants to get the feature on it. Somebody threw out Ty's name. And we've had a way, 2 degrees of separation to get that call made.
Right.
Get somebody to get in touch with him or whatever. And it was quick. It was within 24 hours that person legitimately called him and was like, oh, okay, yeah. He said, he's interested, just send him the record. And I knew what that meant. He wants to listen to it and see if it's good enough.
Right.
So he said, yeah, it's cool. He'll knock it out. And I'm expecting the next, week or so. It took 2-3 months. So I had lost faith in it happening. Yeah. We just sitting by the phone looking at it, man. Cordless house phone, just sitting there looking at it all day.
Yeah.
So, but biting our nails. And it was just one random moment. Everybody involved had kind of like considered, maybe we'll just have to do somebody else or whatever. And I got the email with the joint in there, man. And I had been listening to him, as a fan,
right.
for so long. So to be like, oh, snap, I got to mix this nigga vocals on a track that I produced. Like,
That's
so I never
crazy,
shook hands with him, but still, it was just as monumental.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pull up featuring Dolla Sign is Lil Duval, and
man.
Myself and Ariel had something to do with it.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dang. How that hook went?
Yeah, J Hot did the talk box on that one. Oh, he killed that more, I remember. Baby, I've been waiting for you to get here.
Yeah.
Fast as you can. Don't need no...
Y'all was grooving on that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Y'all was grooving on that.
Yeah, exactly. So, that mid-tempo, that two-step type. Yeah. Something with some motion to it or whatever. So
Yeah. Yeah, but now he one of them ones.
Yeah, man.
Like he could. There's enough of them to get in front of things and plow through, but I think they know how much money they would be losing if they said, I don't want no more rap niggas on my song.
Yeah.
Like, cause they seeing the money that's coming with it. Like,
yeah. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I guess they have to consider that. They have to.
You're trying to sell records, like,
yeah.
You're an entertainer. Who's hot? Like, I got to get Glorilla on this one. It's
for sure. I've got this mansion. It's just the bills, like.
Hey man,
these cars everybody knows I have. I got to take care of them, Dang, It's just like that's the scary part about it all is when that undoubtedly has to some degree, even if it's 5%. Affect the artist.
Yeah, because it's business.
You know what I'm saying?
It's business.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's business.
And you can't just strictly just sit in a room and just close your eyes and just, I'm feeling like doing this today.
Yeah.
You can feel like doing it all you want to, but if it's not what needs to be done right then and there in order for you to have full progress.
Have you ever thought about like just having a music group? Not really a label, but like a music group?
I would probably steer towards that before a label. I don't know. I've always not been afraid of like saying, "Oh, I want a record label," but
I don't want what comes with it. Like, but I've had artists like ask me like, "Bro, why don't you do that?"
Yeah.
I'm at the point now. I'm not even. As long as I can keep doing sync license and stuff,
Dang,
and getting briefs and placement. Like, I'm straight on my own personal stuff. I do features.
Yeah,
but
see, I think with the label thing, you got to have I theorize, I've always, since I was younger, theorized that you have to have a big passion for business. Like, it's not just about, I'm a producer and I like music.
And that's why I didn't want to go that route. Like, I want to be a part of the development. If it's an artist, super talented, they want to go the independent route, we can hire a manager, we can get distribution. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I could go that route, like, because I really just want to be a part of the creative process and the packaging.
Dang, yeah. You're going to be an A&R.
Is that what that is?
I suppose, yeah. Yeah.
And then executive produce songs?
To that extent, but maybe there's some business involved there. But yeah, executive production and probably A&R. What is it? Artist and repertoire.
If you used to do that, would you shy away from artists that reminded you of yourself?
Nah, I don't think so.
'Cause I think it would help to have somebody like that.
Yeah.
If you decided, I just want to create.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I can see why you would be asked that. I was saying because of what all you bring to the table.
Yeah.
Somebody would ask that and think that, oh dang, but you got the knowledge. Why don't you just, so
Right.
yeah, and that's kind of what it is. Why don't you do
bro.
it? But it's much more than why don't you do it?
Yeah, bro. Oh, that's a headache.
Yeah.
I'll be ready to delegate in 24 hours. like,
yeah.
No matter how much stuff I wrote down and was organized, it'll be something on that list I ain't get to.
Okay, yeah.
Like, especially trying to man cameras and.
I was just about to say, and I understand that because I have this position because of all the actual different hats that you wear.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? With that, time management. Like, what do you do? Like, today you have to be over here and take care of that. Today you have to be over there. You have to.
Now, granted, if money wasn't the issue, I'll probably try it.
Okay.
I would. Like, that's if I can be honest, I would try it.
Yeah.
Like, cause not gonna lie, the G-Child out of here, bro. Like, that man's so talented to me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if I could, cause I feel like that's what he needs. The packaging. Like, I wanna help. Like,
okay.
I really wanna. Like, I don't know how we can make it work. Make it even with Akeem Ali. Well, I know he got a team now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But that's if I could find me my partner got a middle school student at his school that he said she super talented. Well, if I can find like somebody young, that can sing and rap a little bit, I'll start there and maybe give it a shot. But
and legitimately, that's for most people. I mean, young and old, especially now because things have changed so much. It's just cool. I can be creative. I can do this in my sleep. That's
right.
But then now what?
Yeah.
And you come in to answer the now what question. Someone like you that's doing that. Because you have those answers that they don't even have the time to solve, to figure out. And great.
I probably ain't thinking about it.
Yeah. And not that they ain't thinking about it. I mean, shoot.
I don't think they're thinking about it.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're 100% artist and you're appreciated for being that, and you have to now delegate 20% of that.
Well, maybe I'm thinking about peers then, because TikTok, Instagram, most of my peers that are super talented, that are doing music, they've been artists for a while. They hate the idea of, man, I gotta post on TikTok, I gotta post on Instagram. So that side of things,
for sure,
discourages them from even wanting to be artists.
Yeah,
because they know they're not gonna win on the money side.
Okay,
by not stretching and putting their stuff everywhere. I was gonna ask you that too. You got TikTok, right?
Man.
Oh, you ain't got into it?
I got it, but I ain't got into it yet.
So all my peers don't use TikTok.
Yeah. Oh my God. And you know what? I have nothing negative to say about TikTok. For me, great conversation. Again, we do so much. I'm doing recording sessions and mixing for people.
Nope, I ain't finna let you say that.
No.
I'm not finna let you say that.
You know where I'm finna go.
All right, go ahead. I feel like I do, but go ahead. All right, go ahead.
You're gonna be a Jedi mind nigga, if you know. But you're doing all this stuff, already managing Instagram, already managing Twitter, already keeping in touch with your Facebook community, and then adding that with it is the troublesome thing to me. Is this again time management? If I already have to like devote almost 24 hours of a day to that, and then now this new thing comes along, that's the only thing that's tough for me is to think like, man, I gotta get a fourth job. You know what I'm saying? In this arena, you know, that's oh my god. So it doesn't mean I won't get the job. It's just once I do it, I gotta be prepared. That you gotta be in it. You know.
The hard work is already done though.
Yeah.
Like when you're making those reels, and you put them on Facebook, like bro, that takes a lot of time in itself.
Oh, yeah,
to put, I know.
A minute and 15 seconds, nigga, I might be in there for 5 hours figuring this out.
I already know. But the point I was gonna make was because you're already doing the legwork.
Yeah.
They have made it so easy to integrate these different apps.
Okay.
You basically just copying text and caption to put on this other platform. The video, like everything you create on TikTok can be instantly shared to your Instagram feed, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Like, so I mean, it's not like there's another learning curve. And to your point on the time management side, because it's already integrated, you're just swiping and saying, hey, I want to share this to that.
All right, let me tell you why I lose it. I still want to be personable. That's the thing. Responding to comments and being in touch with people, because that's worked for me.
And you feel like that's too much to add that in there? Because I believe you should be.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't say I feel as though it's too much. I just, maybe I'm looking at it like it's a giant monster on the other side of the field, and I haven't embarked upon, that yet.
As long as you make one profile.
You said what?
As long as you make one profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause
I made it. It's just sitting there looking at me. Just sitting over there looking at me like, all right, I'm ready whenever you're ready to get started.
Cause I damn sure played myself. I got the artist page. I got the thing I do for the kids, the cartoon, and then the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm switching between profiles. Like I really need a social media manager. Hint.
Yeah.
I had a couple people say they were gonna do it, but yeah. But it is what it is. Bro, I want to get you back in here to perform, bro.
Okay. No, it's 1,000. We'll do it.
The song "Bad." You said. Oh wait, I guess we can't tell people that yet.
What's that?
That's a single.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a single. Okay.
It has to be,
That's the video. Okay.
The video for organizing that right now. So yeah. I mean, that has to be done.
Okay.
At some point in time, the record with Lil Duval, it has to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
but that's another thing that I guess this is leading me to touch on is like, shoot, I want to challenge myself so much to not get tired of my own stuff over time. So when I say that, I mean, shoot, even if I don't shoot some of these videos for 8 months, they're gonna get shot, and I'm gonna keep reminding people, hey, this project exists. And once you find out about it, you'll be, It
takes a lot to be intentional because the build up can be beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
But then, like you said, what now? It's like keeping that momentum.
The what now? Calls slow down. You think, and for me personally, I think, I'm probably getting on their nerves. I done posted it 5 times. The engagement is.
There's still people that ain't heard it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, no, seriously. Like, sometimes I can post stuff on some throwback type stuff or whatever. I did this 4 years ago. And somebody might call me that day and say, bro, I love your new single you just dropped. I'm just like,
Nigga, all this work I'm putting in.
4 years ago.
All this work I'm putting in, you just not what?
Yeah.
Somebody asked me yesterday, man, you ain't got no new music.
Oh, man.
I just dropped the album last month. Last month, bro. How much money I spent?
Oh, yeah.
How much money I spent? Like, what?
Man,
but
it's so
it
much
is what it is. Them
related.
algorithms, bro. Like,
yeah. It's so much that'll throw me off as relates to that. Because then also there's the side of, I remember I put out an EP a couple years ago, and 7 days after it dropped, somebody said to me, I didn't know him personally, it was like a message. It was like, when you releasing more music? And they heard it. It was like, I love your new joint. When's the next one coming out?
Oh, he was done with it.
Yeah, like they heard it. It actually reached them. And then they're thinking, okay, where's the next one or whatever? So I was just like, man, what type of machine do we have to become as it relates to production coming off the assembly line and marketing on billboards to let people know that the products exist. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just changed so much.
So actually, what I plan to do with this platform, a section of it I want to dedicate to artists to be able to perform.
Good.
But then to be able to do like a behind the bars kind of segment.
Okay.
To where interview style, we play a snippet, you can explain like what that line meant. Yeah.
Good.
Cause everybody ain't gonna catch everything. And I'm even curious now, you know, how much of this stuff that is on there is like personal to you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so Kinda Girl, was that written by anybody or that's yours?
That was written by Ariel.
Okay. So we had to get down to what's what, but then even with that, you had to work on the verses, so you got to tap into something.
No. It's more than that with a record like that, so we can talk about it.
Okay.
It wasn't that he just had this song lying around.
Right.
He worked on it and said, "Hey, you will be perfect for this because of our relationship."
Okay, so he know.
Yeah.
Are you dating right now?
I mean, yeah, I'm dating, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I am dating.
Okay.
Have some good companionship. But,
Okay.
But yeah, so but that at that time, I don't know that I necessarily was. It was just it wasn't like he knew a relationship that I was in, and based it off of that, he just knew like my persona, like my temperament, and you know me as a person. He was just like, you know, I know how you carry yourself.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think another thing I appreciate, and I don't even know how. I don't know how long would you say it took to complete the project, like all together?
Okay, maybe two different answers. I decided probably 13 months ago that I was going to do it.
Okay.
But I had songs that I had done prior to that fitted.
Okay.
So I did make a few songs between this, you know, in this year's process, but some really good records were sitting. In fact, I tell you, yeah, I was driving one day and I decided to go through my Dropbox. Of course, at a red light. I wasn't operating a phone while operating machinery.
Sure.
And I pressed play on the joints in my folder, and I just kind of let them run. It was stuff that obviously it was just collecting dust on hard drives.
Okay.
And it pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, that was the driving force behind this last year. Because I'm like, man, why is it just sitting on these hard drives? It's not doing anything for me. Nobody else can appreciate it. Even if it's 10 people that it reaches, that would be 10 more that I don't have today. And that's the last 13 months have been like driven by that moment.
Okay.
And so some of those songs, can specify which ones, but I can call out a couple of them. They had already been recorded. Took out all this time to produce it, had put a mix on it, maybe not the one that we hear now.
Right.
But, you know, cool. You look at it like I did all that investment on this, and it's just collecting dust. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, yeah. It's probably maybe half and half.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more than half was already done. Just a little bit, maybe one song.
Because I was going to say, I on my project, which I ain't gonna lie, I finished this stuff. I finished everything in like 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, but I know this possible now. I wouldn't have imagined it a year ago, but I've had some experiences where it's a lot of good added benefit to doing that too. Because you're in the now, like tapping into the emotion.
Bro, and
and then you and I have talked too, so I know some of the stuff that went into this.
Bro.
And for you to like put in a ball that emotion or that thought process from that experience, from this empirical data that you got, it is again, and put it right here on the table. This is a song. This is a project. I think people can feel that more.
And I've done that before, but I was producing at the time, and the issue I ran into was, man, some of these joints sounded like, like sonically, some of these joints like feel the same. Yeah. I didn't run into that problem this time, and I was like, maybe that's because I stepped down from producing. I'm way more concerned about the vocal arranging and
being an artist.
Yeah, like I was able to just key in on that these past, 10 years or whatever, by not having to produce. Yeah. But yeah, 3 weeks, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
3 weeks. Went to work, and I intentionally, like the week, 2 weeks before I dropped, I intentionally like stopped listening to everything because I wanted to enjoy it with everybody when it came out.
But I did that. I did it. I was talking with Akeem Ali the other day, and he was like, man, you already tired of your own stuff? Because, we talking as artists.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I uploaded, like, I sat with my team, and we got everything uploaded maybe 3 weeks before the drop date.
Okay.
Past threshold.
Stop.
Yeah, because I wanted to get somewhat of a new, like,
Yeah.
it was totally possible.
So now that it has dropped, are you front to back when you listening, or are you focused on performance, or
all of it? So it's to all the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I do listen to it as much as I can as a consumer, so I will play it.
Okay.
So I never believe number one and just let it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Is it less critiquing and more so? Cause do you know all the words to everything?
Yeah, I do. But it is less critiquing because the main thing for me to critique, like I said, I
Mix.
mixed one song 10 times. And I tell you, the only reason I still hear the flaws because there's still flaws in it.
Yeah.
That 3 weeks before drop date, whatever limit, I said, man, I don't care what happens, what I hear. This is my
That gotta be it.
my date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what I learned from that is, shoot, I'm gonna hear flaws in it. This
Period.
is gonna encourage me to do better
Next time.
But I won't learn from it unless we hit upload.
You gotta let it go. Let it go.
Because I could have spent another 3 weeks. Oh, I gotta touch up on this.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of, I don't know, sound in this song. It was on this 2 minutes on this song. Nobody else cares.
Right.
I do.
Right.
Like it's stuff I can mention. Folks will be like, I ain't even hear that.
And I heard something on my buddy's project. This chick was singing backgrounds, but she was only in the left ear, and she ended up saying a different word than people in the right. And I was like, oh snap! But I was like, who really gonna catch that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You're designed to catch.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna
I was
be.
like, dang, Full Sail done screwed me up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But I heard that concept when I was getting into mixing. It was somebody on YouTube was talking about the fact that he used to mix songs a bunch of times, trying to make it perfect. And he was just like, I don't know what gave him this concept, but I would never forget it. I haven't forget it. It was probably 5 years ago when I heard this. He was just like, man, what he had to teach himself was, you can mix it 1,000 times if you want to. Set a date and say, however far I've got, whatever I've achieved up until that date. This is the date. Put it out. I know it's not gonna be perfect, but that's the only way to learn from it, dog. Is to put it out and say, man, all right, cool. Let me see how people receive this. How much better can it be next time? You know what I'm saying? But if I'm just learning in my own little box, in my own room, in my own headphones, mixing, saying, oh, this could be better or whatever, it's not like the true achievement that I can get from actually putting something out there. And
I got you.
and saying, let's do better next time.
That's real, bro. That's a gem. Y'all better pay attention. But yeah, he'll be back. You gotta come back.
100%.
Because we're gonna do the live session.
Yeah.
And if people don't follow you, they don't know how hard you go on the keys.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah. That was the first instrument.
I was gonna ask, was that was the
Yeah.
Okay.
I was, oh man, sometime in elementary school, I was playing on the floor with some cars, because I love cars. My mama used to give me all these Hot
That was
Wheels.
another thing I was gonna bring up.
Yeah. Hot Wheels, die-cast metal cars from what was the company, Maystar or whatever.
Porsche your favorite though?
Not the favorite, but it's probably up there. But only as of the past couple of years, I appreciate Porsche a lot.
Okay.
A whole lot more. Just because I didn't know as much about them. I just saw them and saw the 959 on the road. And, and of course, we knew what a 911 was.
911 for sure.
Actually seeing what, goes into them, because I did the driving experience here in the A2 one time.
I was jealous.
Yeah, word.
I was jealous. Yeah.
Man, but yeah, even if you never knew what a Porsche was, that'll get your respect.
Yeah.
That would. But playing on the floor and with cars and stuff like that, and I messed around and pushed the car too far up under the couch, and I looked up under there and it was a keyboard. Now, I don't remember the keyboard being mine prior to, but my mom said she got it for me when I was like a child, like a kid, something far back to where I wouldn't remember, and it was just still up under there. Started messing with it, and it wasn't making no noise. Obviously, it needed batteries, battery power joint, and I went and hollered at my mom and was like, oh, we need batteries for this or whatever. I was in the wrestling, like on TV, the WWE,
Who would?
all that kind of stuff.
Who would?
And I used to love their theme music. Like that was just key. Like the Undertaker, the boom, and the music that followed, the Stone Cold, all that. So it was on. Like we was watching, probably Monday night, whatever.
And you just playing by ear?
Yeah. But I said, no, I saw my mom do it first.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's some trickle down effect type. And she did it, and it was like, pretty much second nature, just because she was like, oh, I can play something by ear. And when I saw her do it one time, she played, I think, the Undertaker's theme.
Yeah.
okay, my turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I got it from here, Mom. Thanks. You know, but from then it was like, okay, dang, I can play something. I can hear something on that TV, on that radio, and play it back. And that was another sense of accomplishment too, because it was just like, hey, I figured out how to do a thing. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's impressed by it. So yeah, it was keys 1,000%. And to this day, it's by ear. But this year,
really?
I intend to change it. Yeah. I don't know theory at all. I'm saying that like it's a negative thing because I want to learn it this year.
Man.
Yeah. Like I can figure out what key stuff is in, stuff like that. But yeah, I can't talk the band talk, man. It just makes me so jealous. So
I got you.
We're gonna go to the 3, fellas.
Right. All right.
Yeah. But I'm gonna get it this year though.
Did not know you didn't know theory. I thought you had a band background, bro.
Not even that. Not band in high school, nothing.
Maybe I'm thinking of Wiz. That's Cordell's guy. He played trumpet and everything else.
Oh, word.
Bass and all that.
Yeah.
I tried to learn bass on 4-string, but I started too late. I started on piano.
Okay.
I learned theory.
Oh, good, yeah. I see that.
But I suck now because I never practiced.
Oh, yeah. But see, the bass ain't as tough as keys to me, like in theory.
Oh, yeah, no. I always been in love with the sound. Like,
oh, yeah.
The bass get groovy.
No, that's why I have a bass in my studio because of what you're saying.
Yeah.
I respect it the most because if you would have snatched the bass from most songs, it would be a
song.
Man.
Yeah. I'm so glad you said that, bro. Like, because it wasn't until I probably had graduated full sail when I started to actually like listen to like, yo, who is playing the damn bass?
But when it's real though, like what you talking about,
bro,
1,000%. Like to take it away from most songs, what just came to mind was like, well, I don't know, well, I can do this, it won't be no copyright now, but like,
that's the first song I learned how to play.
Dude, that's crazy.
On the keys.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
So if you take that away from that song, it's still some brilliant elements in it. But I mean, with it.
Oh no, that's the essence. That's the essence of it. Yeah.
There's thousands of others I could do the same thing with. Like,
there's always a cool ass uncle just slapping. Hey, going to work.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, come on now. So now I respect it so much.
Yeah.
I'm not good at the bass, but I have one. I just wanted to get one just because. Just because of that notion. Like, I respect that.
What kind is it? Ibanez?
Oh God.
Fender.
Is it Peavy? Does that make sense? It might be. This is horrible. I'm gonna sound like a terrible musician now.
I mean, I just tried to sound like I knew.
Yeah.
I just know Ibanez is one of them.
Yeah.
Fender has to be one.
I think it's Peavy.
It might be a Yamaha.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's just keep going. Yeah.
Nah, I keep going. I might say JBL. Stupid ass boy. JBL, right? Cars.
Yeah.
Keys.
Cars and keys.
Cars and keys. Okay.
Yeah.
B flat, y'all. You look right there in that camera. Tell the people how to follow you, how to get in touch with you. Tell them about the new album.
Hit the @ symbol. Well, you don't have to do that all the time anymore. You can go to Instagram. Brian B Flat Cook. Brian with an I. BFLATCOOK. New album. R&B Lover. Worked doggone hard at it, man. So just keep that in mind when you listen to it. Now, you don't have to keep that in mind. I think you'll appreciate it. Even if you don't like R&B, even if you don't love it at all. But yeah, I mean, what did you say next? All the streaming platforms. It's everywhere. So yeah, it is there. Me and my team, we worked doggone hard on it, man. And I love it. And I think you will too. BFlatCook.com, actually. Yeah, we have a new website.
Website action.
Yeah, you can mess with that.
Yes,
YouTube.
sir.
I got behind the scenes in studio footage of some of them. So they'll be coming out in the coming weeks too. So I have one of them, and then it'll be a few more that we've been shot at.
Yes, sir.
Songs were made and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. There it is, y'all. Hey, man, we out of here. Your boy Philo. My man B Flat in the building. The outlet. 0721 YouTube. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. The livest pre-recorded show on earth, man. We out of here.
Yeah.